Welcome to the Midnight Matinee with your host and hostess, Robert and Angie Curtis.
Welcome, everyone, back to the Midnight Matinee. We've taken a break for a while, so
yeah, I was like, we better record a video, because then all of our fans are going to wonder what the heck happened to us.
Where do they go?
It's been cold and
it's been
snowy.
I've been working a lot.
Holidays.
Yeah, the holidays.
We did watch the Thanksgiving movie on Thanksgiving, the horror film that we watched last year.
Yeah, we recommended it highly last year, so that's our new thing. Is every year on Thanksgiving we watch the Thanksgiving movie.
Yep, and it reminds me why I don't do Black Friday. Or even Thursday night. I don't do any of that shopping. I will not go anywhere near a shopping center.
I don't care about it. It's all, if you guys don't know, the Black Friday thing is a scam, because what they do is for a couple weeks before Black Friday, they take something, and let's say it's like $50, and then they put it on the shelf for $80, and then for Black Friday they put it on sale for $50, where that was what the real price was.
Yeah. Right.
So it's a bunch of fraud that stores perpetrate on people during the holidays.
I remember one time being in a big department store here. I'm not going to name any names, but I thought it was funny is that they will put price tags over the top of what say something costs $300. Yeah. All of a sudden there's a price tag for more, and then on top of that they put a lower price, but it's back to the original price. Yeah. Same thing.
Right. Or like how Walmart has like the little card things where they slide it in, and they just put the new one over the top of the old one, so it could say like Black Friday sale for $4.75. Then when you slide it up, the old one is there for $4.75. You're like, is that really a deal? No.
Well, what were you saying the other day was having variable pricing, like it was changing?
Oh yeah, that now they have digital price tags in the store, so during certain times of the day the price is more than it is in other times of the day.
Huh. Fascinating.
Yeah. It's kind of a scumbag thing.
But that really doesn't have anything to do with movies.
No, so we're talking about which movies. We got, 5 more?
Yeah, we got 5 more. We got nights 21 through 25.
Getting close.
Yep.
Close to the end.
Yep, and then we're going to have to start going out and seeing more movies, I guess, because we're going to run out of content this time.
Right.
We spread it all out last time and got really in depth, and it was.
Yeah, each movie had its own episode last year, and for some of these, like there's 2 of them in this that are just absolutely terrible.
Get the toilet paper ready, because we got a couple of stinky ones coming up.
Right.
Okay, night 21 was 2 Witches from 2021. An aging, malevolent witch intercedes in the lives of 2 young women. This was kind of an anthology. It had 2 separate stories that kind of overlapped.
Right. And it has carryover of characters in it, which is, I really appreciate that in some movies. Like sometimes it's cool when there's like a Trick or Treat, or Pulp Fiction, where they like kind of the stories kind of overlap, and it's kind of cool.
And it forms one big
like an overarching narrative,
like a universe, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one
not so much.
It was a little on the gory side, which I don't particularly care for.
Yeah.
And I think it was a victim of a very low budget.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't.
That's the one thing about this movie. It's like the plot is pretty good, and the acting is really good. Like they go full on. Like, and there's no characters phoning it in this, but it's just like the effects are not really good, and some of the sets are not that good, and it's kind of like, like they do. There's a scene where like there's the witch who is like on the sidewalk, and then it cuts to a witch, the same person, who's like off in the distance, and it's like that kind of, oh, look how far she went, and it's obviously paranormal, but then it's obviously also not the same person. Right.
Well, there was it was, and then there was, you had to see, I saw at least barf twice which was more times than I care to.
Yeah, and it's not the kind of vomit where like the actor puts their head in the toilet and then the sound design makes the splashing sound for you. You know, like, no, she full on just spits stuff out right at the camera.
And that does not appeal to me in
No.
any way, shape, or form.
Mm-mm. And it's not really for like a story. It's not.
Basically, she's pregnant.
She's pregnant in
and
the
so they're
beginning
blaming.
of it. So yeah, but it's like it's not morning sickness though, because it happens like in different times of the day. And it doesn't have anything to do with the story. It's just like vomiting for the sake of making people queasy. So I don't know.
And they drag out a Ouija board at some point.
Right.
And a lot of like faces.
Yeah, it has those where they CGI the white eyeballs onto the characters, and they're kind of like, like a.
Oh, and there, the scene with the witch where she was eating something was a little too much for me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because it kind of like. It zooms in on her mouth while she's chewing for no reason, and then they show like the stew pot, and there's like a 3D printed baby skull in there, and you're like, yeah, okay, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Okay. Want to put up our haunted rating system? I would say that this is either a 1 or a 2 in my book. I didn't find it enjoying in any way, shape, or form.
Like I say, the acting is good in it, and that's, the main actress.
Well, the one in the second story, was literally unhinged. Like, she was giving me, like, what's that movie where the
single white female.
Single white female kind of, like, vibes about it.
Yeah. She's a good actress, that lady who plays the young witch.
She is seriously unhinged.
Yeah, and she pulls it off, and she has like a weird accent that kind of comes and goes, and I feel like that's on purpose, and it delivers. The that like I say, the acting isn't bad. It's not really, it's just low budget, and it's.
I thought the story really kind of dragged. I was like,
yeah. It's not, because it's not really that good of a story.
Well, I just thought that, at least in the first one, that the girl was just overreacting would be a good, like...
Yeah, the roommate, yeah. Because there's a lot of that, too, where you're kind of like... I mean, she wants to kick out the witch girl...
instantly.
And then, yeah...
Because she told a story, and... Which I can see, but at the same point, it's just, I don't know. It just the whole thing I thought needed a rework.
Right.
So I would put it at a 1.
Yeah, I give it a 1.
So we're going to give it a phantom fiasco.
Yeah.
A ghostly disaster, barely a flicker of a life. Don't bother crossing over to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, like I say, it would be 2 because of the, the missed opportunities and just the bad choices, but... at the end of the day, it's not even worth watching. I wouldn't seek it out. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's move on. The second, Night 22 was Lily Grace, a witch story.
Yes.
2 strangers defend an eccentric estate from a caustic witch known as Lily Grace.
Yes.
And this one, another stinker.
This one is probably
a toilet.
I would definitely give this one the toilet, because I would say of like the worst movies I've ever sat through, this is one of the worst movies I've ever sat through.
I mean, a lot of walking, a lot of overacting. The set didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
There's a lot of weird set continuity errors in it. There's a lot of weird camera angles, and like it's
another one that was probably a seriously low budget.
Yeah.
And it's just, I can't even begin to describe it. A guy goes back. I guess his dad died, and he had to go back to handle his estate,
right.
And he hadn't been back in a long time. And the dad lived actually in a very nice loft-like apartment, but it was out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like the dead tech postmodern revival kind of house with a lot of concrete and hard angles and glass. And I've seen that set used in another movie.
I think we discussed
that was good.
And
it was distracting for me to see like the staircase and the kitchen in this movie because this movie is so bad. This is one of those movies that we talk about sometimes where there's nothing redeeming in this movie. There's nothing you can point to and say, at least nothing. The camera work is terrible. The acting is awful.
Yeah.
The sets are kind of meh. But the bad part about the sets is that they're like handmade stuff. Like they're the witch trap is like some sort of stage.
Oh yeah,
that they
yeah,
repurposed, and it has like this control box on it. So like you have to be there when the trap goes off, and you never really get a backstory of why this witch is like a menace to these people and why they want to hunt them down. And like the buddy thing is kind of weird because like the other guy is like a thief or something.
And remember, he I guess he hit a suitcase or something.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't find it.
And he thinks that the guy who lives in the house knows where his loot is in the woods somehow. So he's like trying to blackmail.
You know where it's at.
You know where.
You tell me where it's at. Where's that suitcase at?
Where's my red suitcase?
Or was it maybe it was a purse.
Yeah.
It was a woman's purse.
Right.
That's what it was.
Right.
Yeah, it was so bad that I have tried to put it out of my mind, and we did watch a couple trailers just to refresh.
Yeah.
And yeah,
bad.
I was like,
Absolutely.
And I was even trying to describe it to him, and I kept saying, it was that guy who went back to the thing, and had to be in his dad's house. He's like, this isn't coming to me at all.
Yeah,
I couldn't even describe it. That's how bad it was.
I had completely blocked it out. That's how bad this movie is. In the time since we watched it, like my brain has overwritten this movie, and it is not short. It's not a short film. It's long and tedious and awful.
Yeah,
and
like a film school.
Yeah, not even because it doesn't like a film school movie at least tries to do something like it's an homage or a callback or a call to arms of something that the student is interested in. You know what I mean? Whereas this is none of that. It is just everything is bad. Everything is bad.
It was just very discombobulated. Like the whole story needed to be trimmed, or I don't know.
Yeah, I would throw this whole script out if it was me and be like, okay, script writing, day one. You need a MacGuffin. You need something for them to be striving against. You need two characters that, if you're going to keep this same story, they have to have something in common for them to seek this new goal, right? Because the guy looking for the red bag and the other guy has some kind of desire to kill the witch. For them two to get together and then try to kill the witch makes no sense at all.
That one guy just out there walking in the middle of the field. Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's so much of it that you're just like, you're watching it and you're like, I don't even know what... There was like a part where a girl was standing on a rock. Remember that? She's like standing on this like smooth rock thing. And like, why? Like, what are we even doing? And then by the time they finally get to the witch that this show is about, it's in the third act, at the end of the third act. And you're like, wow, you want to kill her because why?
Yeah, the whole thing.
What is she doing to your life? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand any of it. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, let's just reel it back. And we can't even give this a 1 to 5 scale. We're giving it the toilet.
Yeah, we're giving it the phantom toilet because it's absolutely negligent.
Just flush it.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
I wouldn't waste a second of my life watching Lily Grace, A Witch Story.
Yeah, from 2015, in case you need to know. Okay. Night 23 was City of the Dead from 1960, and I guess it also had a second name, Horror Hotel.
Right.
A young college student arrives in a sleepy Massachusetts town to research witchcraft. During her stay at the Erie Inn, she discovers a startling secret about the town and its inhabitants.
Yeah.
That's a great opening.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're like, this got me interested already.
Right. If you heard just that, you'd be like, oh, I'm going to watch this. It sounds good. And you would not be let down. This movie is amazing.
Yeah, it starts out at a college where the college professor is encouraging her to go to the city that he was from, I guess.
Yeah, Christopher Lee is,
Whitehall, White something.
Yeah. Christopher Lee is her professor, and he teaches like a witchcraft kind of, what do they call those? It's not the main course, but it's like an elective or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, so he teaches one of those elective courses where it's just a fun class you take, and then his class is about the history of witchcraft and New England witchcraft. And for her paper, she wants to research this town where they were one of the last ones to have a witch trial and burn somebody at the stake.
Yeah.
So she travels out into the wilderness of Massachusetts to find this town, and hijinks ensue. I don't want to ruin it for you because this movie is fantastic.
Yeah, it's definitely a good. If you like an older kind of horror movie,
it's black and white.
Suspense.
It's moody. It has a lot of. There's a lot of that foreshadowing that pays off, and I really like the way that in the opening of it they lay out all their cards.
That's right, because it shows a backstory as to how
of
the witch
the witch trial, and the witch gets burned, and then the people in the town are like, "Nah, we don't want to do this," and like, we're all witches too.
Yeah,
so,
we don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Christopher Lee is amazing in this, and the actress, what was her name? Jessica Jessel.
Oh, Patricia Jessel.
Yeah, Patricia Jessel she is amazing in this because there's a lot of scenes where she is like I don't want to say like aware, like college girl, you know what I mean? Like she's like the pretty college girl, and she knows it.
Yeah.
And she has like all these dudes fawning all over her, and she's like, you know what I mean? Like she's gonna get in her convertible and go out into the woods to find this town by herself because she don't need no man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is.
That opening scene almost had a little bit of, not the opening scene, but the scene with her driving out to this town kind of gave me that Psycho.
Yeah.
Where Janet Leigh is.
Right. It does have that same kind of look to it.
Yeah, that she's driving out and out in the world.
This movie recently underwent 4K restoration.
Oh.
Where they filmed each frame of the negative and made a new print off of it, and it looks amazing. It looks so good, and I'm absolutely can't recommend it enough. City of the Dead, 100%.
Okay, we'll put up our haunted rating system. I would definitely put it at a 4 or 5, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would say that for our ratings, it's going to be probably a 4 because it's so old that it doesn't have any of the modern horror tropes in it because it's old and it's a pre-code movie, so it's like close to the vest. There's no profanity, there's no drugs, there's no nudity, there's no nothing. So it's you know what I'm saying?
Not your typical horror movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nightmare Fuel takes you to the edge of terror, leaving a chill in your spine, dark and twisted in all the right ways.
Yeah.
So I think okay, so night number 24, which is a constant reoccurrence in our life, The Conjuring.
The Conjuring, right.
Which, from 2013, and we absolutely love The Conjuring. Yep. We did it for demonic possessions because she was possessed at one point.
Right.
But this one also is about Bathsheba, who was they thought was a witch, and do I even need to go over the thing with the parents and they bring in the Warrens, and
we've already covered it in the whole deep dive before, so you guys can watch that video if you want to see.
Yeah,
I find
it's an excellent, of all the Conjurings, I still think it's the top one.
Yeah,
obviously.
I think so too.
Absolutely. So I can't remember. I guess did we give it a 5 out of 5 before? I can't remember.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I mean, it deserves it because it has.
It really brought
movies.
It really brought kind of like the horror genre back a different way, because like we said before, there was all those found footage movies before that.
Yeah.
There was all the Japanese, like your Ring and
shaky camera, kind of those things, and this was like a real story-driven horror movie
that really captured my attention. I was like, this is a because you're going it got to the point where I had seen so many horror movies, and we had gone to,
Oh yeah.
and I was just like, oh, here we go, another horror
They all
movie. It's
kinda
probably gonna
blend
be bad,
together.
because there was the whole Saw era
Right.
and all that. You're just like,
Yeah, you're just like.
I'm not saying the first Saw wasn't good, because it was
Oh
definitely
yeah, the
a different
first one was
story.
fantastic.
But then I'm like, I don't think I want to watch this anymore.
In my opinion, the Saw should have been a one and done.
Yeah, one and done
Because
because you even talk like Carrie Always and stuff
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, that was really
The guy
amazing.
cut his foot off and ran away.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, that he got us. The guy was laying there on the floor the whole time.
Yeah.
You got us.
Yeah.
And then it came back for part 2, and you're like, why? And then 3, and then 17, and then 144, and you're like, I don't even care anymore. I'm like,
I was just like, when they started like putting, in the hypodermic needles, I can't even
throws
shake
a lady
word.
in the pit full of used hypodermic needles. You're like,
Ugh, I don't like needles. So anyway, we go back, reel it back. So we don't really need to say anything more about The Conjuring.
no,
So let's just go on to night 25.
right?
And this one was Witching and Bitching from 2014. A
Yep.
gang of armed robbers find a safe haven in a secluded village crammed with witches, only to encounter the bizarre, the unexpected, and the occult. Can they save themselves and the rest of the world from the next witch apocalypse? Now, this one I thought was funny because I got home late that night, and I asked you to go ahead and have it queued up because I can't remember why I was late. So he had it queued up, ready to go, and he goes, I don't think this is going to be any good. First of all, it was how I had subtitles because it was in a different language. And he's like, he goes, it just looks really bad. And he's like, and I'm like, well, let's just give it a chance. Yeah. And even with subtitles, which I hate, I love that movie.
Yeah, I loved it too.
It was so good because it starts out with like a jewel heist, and then these guys are running away, and they're all crammed in this car with this poor guy that he was a cab driver, I guess, and all sorts of hijinks.
Each of the robbers has a different costume on because they're like the jewelry store is on like a main square in like Madrid or something, and they're all dressed up like people that you would street performers, and then as the tumblers click and they know where the jewels are or whatever the money is, they all storm in there and rob the place, and it is absolutely hilarious.
There's even a kid in this movie,
Yeah.
and he cracks me up.
Right. This is one of the rare gems of our list so far because we didn't have a lot of expectations going in because the last few nights have been terrible. So then we watched The Conjuring and then we watched this and then we were like, oh, this is it's foreign language.
Yeah.
It's subtitled, and it was just absolutely amazing. I loved it so much.
It was definitely more of a dark comedy, I would say, that because it was funny. Like one of the guys who did the heist, and the child, he was his son, and I guess he was having a custody
dispute with the mom.
With the mom,
Yeah.
and and he's got this poor kid in the car. They're in the middle of this heist, and the kid's just like, it's hilarious.
And one of my favorite parts of it is that like as they're running away from the police, they befriend the cab driver, and then he is on their side for like the rest of the movie. It's so funny.
He joins the whole journey.
My only complaint about this movie, my one complaint, is that I wish there was a dubbed version of it because there's so much dialogue being thrown back and forth in a lot of these scenes that to see what's going on and read and see and read going back, it gets distracting.
It takes you out of it a little bit. Which, because I spend more time going, okay, what are they saying,
Right. And they talk really fast because they're frenetic pace, so they're like, they're all talking over each other and they're talking, so you're constantly trying to read and then see what's going on at the same time. And the visuals are fantastic in this movie. It's really brightly lit and there's a lot of depth of field with different colors and color gradients, and all the witches, each one of the witches has like their own look to them, so they're all like it's just amazing. I loved it
Yeah, he's right. The only thing that would have been, or should have been English. And since it's a 2014 and there are no dub versions, I doubt we'll highly see
Yeah,
at any time soon.
probably not. But it is hilarious.
Witching
movie.
and bitching.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's reel it back and do up our haunted rainy system. Bang! I would definitely put this one. It's hard to say that it's nightmare fuel because it really.
Right. It's not really scary per se.
It's a kind of a funny horror movie.
Yeah. It's a horror comedy, but I would say it's more comedy than it is horror. It does have some dark moments in it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of violence in the beginning of it, and like I say, I wouldn't I would say that it needs another rating system to fall into because it's not really scary.
Yeah.
Enough to say it's nightmare fuel is going to keep you up all night, but
because it does.
It is a great movie.
I mean, I laughed and I was like,
"Oh, it's the absurdity of it so many times."
I think that's what it is. It was absurd in some way, shape, or form. And you're just like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah,
but
and it goes there. Like this movie goes there.
Like if I had a dark comedy scale, I would probably put it at a 4.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Yeah. I think it was good. I think it was worth the rush. If you have no problem with subtitles.
Yeah.
Or if you know, Spanish.
If you're not dyslexic like me and have a hard time reading the subtitles.
Well, that's true.
You're like, what? Oh, what? Oh, okay. What? Or if you know Spanish, then it's probably one of the best movies ever. Because I'm sure, like I say, if you dub this movie in English, it would be five stars the whole way because I had a great time watching this movie.
Yeah, considering the fact we thought it was gonna, your expectations were like this doesn't look very
when
good.
it opens, it looked like a cheese fest when it opens because like some of the guns are like obviously fake, you know what I mean, and like some of this. Like the sets are kind of like the way that they filmed it. You could tell it's like that guerrilla kind of filmmaking because the extras in the square aren't real extras. They're just people in the square. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it has a lot of that going on. But the one witch actress was the lady from Dagon, or no, his wife.
Oh,
Which was another movie that I liked. So it was cool to see her in this. Yeah, the main character's ex-wife is the fish woman from Dagon.
Oh.
When she was younger, she played that character. Now she's older in this, but it was cool to see her in something else because I don't know of many movies that she's been in. So
yeah. So yep, I think I would definitely give it a 4.
Yeah, solid 4.
Solid 4.
I wish we had a different comedy horror section that we could give a star because I had to give this 5 stars in the horror comedy section.
And we did consider briefly about trying to maybe do another 24 nights of Christmas horror movies. Yeah, but we're like, there's so much going on right
brutal.
Now. And last year was just.
There were so many stinkers last year.
The problem is that the Christmas horror movies are just bad in general.
Yeah.
That's not a genre that needs to be.
And like we said when we did our Christmas marathon, Christmas horror movies are on the extreme poles of the movie genre. They are either fantastic or they are absolutely negligent. There's nothing in the middle.
Yeah.
So you either have like what was the one with the axe, the kid with the axe who had the PTSD and he killed everybody.
Oh yeah,
Silent Night, Deadly Night, or something like that.
Yes,
they had Linnea Quigley in it.
Yeah.
Like that movie was amazing. And then The Nights Before Christmas was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, there was just
it was just terrible.
So we're sorry if you were looking forward to it. I did curate another 24 nights, but I just was like, I don't think. I don't want to go through it.
Not feeling it.
I'm not feeling it this year. Maybe we'll drag it out, in a couple of years and try it again.
Yeah.
It was just.
Or if you guys have any suggestions on what's a good horror Christmas movie that didn't make our last
And
list.
I haven't heard any horror movies that have been out in the theater that have really caught my attention. Like I heard that the new one from Robert Eggers.
The werewolf.
Yeah, you were talking about that
Robert
one.
Eggers has a new movie called Werewolf that's coming out.
Which
in
it sounded like
2
a lot of the
years.
same cast as the Nostradamus.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. I'm never going to get that right. It's a vampire who foretold
Right.
the future. No, sorry. Nosferatu.
Yeah, it has a lot of that same cast. And, we love Robert
Because it had
Eggers' movies.
Lily Rose Depp and...
His costuming is on point. His sets are perfect. And we always appreciate period movies where they take the time to make everything perfect. And he does a good job, so...
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Well, he was the one that did Weapons, too, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We love that movie.
Weapons? You like that movie? The one with the kids running?
Yeah, that was awesome.
I didn't much.
You didn't like that? I loved it. I thought it was really, really well done.
Every time I think about those kids running down the street with their arms out behind them, I would just laugh,
Yeah, you should check out our review of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, we'll need to take a dive in. It's just like I said, like I said, there was the holidays. I had my Christmas party or my holiday party last weekend. Yours is this weekend. He's on call. Just too much.
A lot going on.
Oh my God. And he's right about, as a funeral director, there's so many more people that perish, I guess is a good word.
Yeah, during the holidays.
During the holidays.
People like to sneak pie and stuff into the nursing homes.
Yeah, so that he has been busy. You know, and then they were, because there was a while there, you get one every once, every couple of days. But yeah, it seems like he's like, he went out, had to go back out again.
There's multiple times where I worked my shift, come home for like an hour, went back to work for a couple hours, came home, went to bed, got woken up after a few hours of sleep, and went back to work again.
And when he gets up,
multiple times.
You might think I roll over and go back to sleep, but I don't. Sometimes I lay there and be like, okay, what was that all about?
Yeah. So
we've been watching. We finished up. What were we watching before? I can't think of the movie, the TV show we were watching. We finished one and then we started a new. Oh, we watched the Anne Rice.
Oh, the Mayfair Witches.
Mayfair Witches.
Yeah.
We just finished.
Yeah, we finally watched all of that. We watched Stranger Things up to the midpoint.
Oh, yeah. That Stranger Things. And now we're watching the one, The Abandons, which is like a Western.
Yeah, it's a Western.
Kind of a dark.
Not a horror.
Yeah, it's not horror
No
anyway.
horror, but it's good. It's a good show. I like it.
And I've been watching the Dairy with It.
Oh.
With Pennywise the Clown and all that. And I think there's only one more episode or maybe two in this series, but somebody actually ruined it. They let out a spoiler the other day. I was like, I haven't watched the episode yet.
Nah.
It's pretty good. It brings in a lot of it has like Dick Halloran from The Shining. He was the caretaker, and he actually shows up in this one. I think it's interesting, Stephen King, a lot of the stuff is like he has it cross over, like, well, they did that in that book, or that book.
Yeah, right.
He's kind of getting that cross thing, but it's been so far pretty good. And obviously the guy Bill Skarsgård plays Pennywise the Clown, and he is just outstanding. He's an outstanding horror actor, in my opinion. Obviously, he comes from a family though that
right,
amazing. Is there anybody in that family that doesn't act?
I don't think so. I think they all do.
Yeah, because the one played Floki, and then there was the one who was in the True Blood, Alexander Skarsgård. Yeah. And the dad, of course, has been in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you watched anything this week? I don't know, not a whole lot of time.
Yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of downtime to watch anything.
I guess we'll see you next time on the
Midnight Matinee.
Here's Todd.
Yep, here's Todd.
Bye.
See ya.
You've been watching the Midnight Matinee, brought to you by the Veritas Project. So when the clock strikes 12, grab your tickets for the next episode of the Midnight Matinee.